Hey, welcome back to Cedar Porch Homestead. I'm JR. We're going to be harvesting sweet potatoes today, and I'm going to show you how, as a lazy gardener, we buy sweet potatoes from the store and then grow them ourselves right here in our own backyard. Okay, as you can see right here behind me, our sweet potato vines have absolutely gone nuts. We have vines going everywhere, which is great because we have an awesome purpose for those. But we're going to start at the end of the process, and I'm going to take you all the way to the beginning of how we start these guys. So let's go ahead and dig out some of these sweet potatoes. But first, let's take care of all these vines. Okay, so the question is, what do you do with all these vines once you get them pulled? Now, there's a couple options that you have. You can throw them in your compost. Obviously, they'll break down. They'll create some amazing soil for your farm or your garden. But what we do with sweet potato vines is we feed them to our chickens. Now, don't worry about sweet potato vines in your chickens. These are perfectly healthy. Do not feed your chickens potatoes or potato plants, but sweet potatoes are totally different than potatoes. These are high in protein, and your chickens are going to love them. All right, as you can see, those ladies love those sweet potato vines, so we're going to go get them some more. Okay, another really cool thing about these sweet potatoes is that they are a vining plant, so they can look really great as far as going up a trellis. I actually had a nice decorative trellis here that I built for my sweet potatoes. Unfortunately, we had a little thing called Hurricane Beryl this year, and with 100-mile-an-hour winds, my trellis broke over. But as you can tell by these vines, they did not care. They still went crazy, so we just have a little bit more cleanup to do. Okay, also be aware this is a vining plant, so anywhere it touches good soil and it roots in, just expect that it's going to create its own tubers. So if your sweet potatoes are somewhere that you don't want these tubers to grow and continue to grow, you need to be very careful and make sure all the vines are trellised up and none are laying on good fertile soil. So there's no reason why my chickens need to have all the fun and all the good deliciousness of these sweet potato vines. So guess what? Okay, let me just emphasize this one more time. These are sweet potato vines. They are not potato vines, not yellow potatoes, purple potatoes, red potatoes. These are sweet potatoes, which sweet potatoes are fine for your ruminants, they're fine for your chickens, but potatoes and potato plants can be toxic towards your animals, so you want to directly put those plants into your compost, not feeding them to your animals. Good tip. Okay, here comes the moment of truth to find out what kind of harvest we actually got out of this bed. Now, I did a raised bed for my sweet potatoes, so this is only about 24 inches by 17, 18 inches. We filled this soil with really good just compost, a lot of organic matter, along with just some great soil that we already had developed here on our backyard homestead. So let's get in to see what kind of potatoes we got out of this. All right. All right, I'm not sure if you can see the weight, but I will put that on our kitchen scale. Now, it overloaded the first time, but we are at 5 pounds, 4.4 ounces with the first batch. And as you can see, I've got plenty left. All right, and the second weight is 4 pounds, 14 ounces. So altogether, we are just over 10 pounds of sweet potatoes with that harvest. So off of this small raised bed, we were able to harvest over 10 pounds of sweet potatoes, and I'm going to show you how off of one sweet potato that we got from the store, we were able to harvest all these sweet potatoes here in our own backyard homestead. Okay, so here we are in the kitchen, and this is where essentially this all starts. Now, you get your sweet potato from the store. Now, preferably you find a organic sweet potato at your local grocery store, and you take that one sweet potato and you put it in a mason jar or another bowl that's about halfway filled with water, like so. And very soon you will start to get sprouts off of the top because it will root out of the bottom. And when you get 6 to 8 inches of growth on those shoots, you pull them. Now, when I said I was a lazy gardener earlier, well, it kind of trickled into here in the kitchen too. I've let these on this potato go a little long, so check this out. But you just pluck it off at the base where it meets the sweet potato. And we've got about 2 feet of vine rather than the 6 to 8 inches. So then all you do is you have another jar or two of the starts, and what you do is you just take that little sprig and you pop it in the water, and it's that easy. It'll start to create roots off the bottom, and then when those roots develop, it'll look like this. You'll get a nice root base off the bottom, just like that. And now it's back to the garden. Okay, back here in the garden, it's time to plant those sweet potato slips, and I'm going to be planting them today in this raised mineral tote that we have. Now for us, it is very, very important that the soil is correct. We like using a heavy compost because we like a lot of organic matter with our sweet potatoes, and it creates a fluffier soil. Now, the reason that you want more of a loose, fluffy soil for your sweet potatoes is because as those tubers start to grow and spread out, it needs the soil to have some give to it. Otherwise, you're going to have some really stunted, long, or they're not even going to be able to develop, and you're going to end up losing your sweet potatoes. So a loose soil full of compost and full of organic matter that you can easily work with your hands, just like this. That's going to give those tubers plenty of time to grow and spread out, and you're going to be able to harvest up to 10 pounds like I just showed you off of one potato that you got from the store. So you just take your shoots and you spread them out, and all you're doing is burying it up to where the roots have established themselves. Easy enough. Now let's get the rest of these in the ground. So I expect these sweet potatoes to be done and ready for harvest in about 12 weeks. Okay, I hope you understand how easy these sweet potatoes can be and how much of an abundance you can get off of one sweet potato you get from the store. I hope this video was helpful and answered some questions, or at least inspired you to go to the store, grab one sweet potato, and never have to go shopping for sweet potatoes again. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't had a chance, make sure you're subscribed to our channel, hit that notification bell, and give us a thumbs up. Leave a comment or a question below. Love hearing from you guys. And as always, we'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much.